everyone, Jenny B here. Tonight I'm going to give you my review of a performance I watched at the Princess Theatre in Torquay. It is The Cat and the Canary. This show was first performed back in 1922, so it's not far away from its centenary year, so quite exciting for this particular show. This one has been really good, and one reason why is because of the cast that's been played by some of the people. The cast was quite star-studded in a nostalgic way, and I'll explain as I get into it. Now, the story of The Cat and the Canary is about a man named Cyrus West who created his last will and testament about where his estate is going to go and who it's going to go to. Now, the thing is, he didn't actually release it upon his death. He waited 20 years for it to be released. So as 20 years pass, naturally family change as they grow and decline and all that, and basically then it's brought down to about 6 people. And they're summoned to his mansion 20 years later to the day where he has his will read out at midnight to find out who the next heir or heiress is going to be of his estate. And naturally they bring 6 people along, which is usual number for usually a murder mystery style thing, which is pretty cool. But we'll start with the lawyer. His name was Eric Hart. He played Roger Crosby. Now, I kept having all these pings, like I've seen these people somewhere before. I couldn't think where for the life of me until I read their credits. And Roger, the bloke who played Roger Crosby, Eric Hart, he's been in like New Tricks, Doctors, My Family, and it literally hit me, and I was literally whisked away back and in awe of these people straight away, which was absolutely fantastic, and the nostalgic feeling was so good. I loved it. Now, with Roger Crosby, it was very good, very stern, very very loyal to Cyrus West, who had passed away, and he portrayed very well his proper formality. I think New Tricks was kind of seeping in a little bit there, but it was brilliant to watch. He was wonderful to watch. I really liked it. Next up would be his, I'd say, kind of way, his counterpart. So you've got proper strict and stern, then you have kind of eccentric, but absolutely played brilliantly with a beautiful Swedish accent. Mrs. Pleasant, played by Britt Ekland, as you can see here. Now, she is best known for her role as a Bond girl with The Man with the Golden Gun with Roger Moore. So that's pretty impressive film credit. Among many, many other things, she's been in that Fab. She's done Fantasy Island, McCloud and Simon, and all sorts of other things. And she was brilliant. She's very eccentric. She played the character really well. Was brilliant work with interacting the scenery, the other cast members. They both were really in respects to their characters they were playing. The fact that Britt Ekland or Mrs. Pleasant even was like really good with saying about how she's freaking everyone out with the whole spirit thing, and like there was a moment with another character which just those two, and like basically there was a clue to it, and she was like basically, even though she was helping the person, she's not saying yes, I know, I can't do it, as if to speaking to Cyrus in the room. Done absolutely brilliantly. I loved every minute of it. It was very, very well done. Now we have a little bit of not a normal expected character, but done very well. Absolutely did enjoy this one as well. Now, Nikki Patel, she played Cicely Silsby. Not the real name of the character, it was like her English name, because she was originally a princess from India, and Nikki was actually wonderful, very good with not knowing how to act around, usual people, explaining her history, like saying, well, this, that, and everything else. Oh, it was a joy to watch these people, and I absolutely loved her outfit. It was my favourite outfit, to be fair, so absolutely great to watch. Now, unfortunately, for one of the actors, we had an understudy. So this was Susan Silsby, originally meant to be played by Marty Webb, probably very familiar to most of you, but she was actually played by Bryony Rawl. As you can see here, we've obviously got a couple others there. So that was the understudy, and she was brilliant, actually very good, played it very well, proper like snooty, snobbish style woman who doesn't like this and doesn't like that, but was absolutely great at telling it how it is as well. So I did enjoy her character brilliantly. I really, really did. The way she bounced off everyone in a bad way, and how she would get a bit flustered, and how she was like, no, I don't drink, and all of a sudden she was like, yeah, I'm having a drink. It was just just takes me back to when I used to have friends like that, and still do, to be honest. But anyway, with that, but absolutely fantastic to watch. Great pair, because they were together, as obviously the last name suggests. They both live in India. They travelled over to find out about this, like regretting it, the usual shenanigans, which was great. Next up, we have two blokes. One was a boxer called Harry Blythe, played by Gary Webster. Proper Londoner he was. It was great to watch him. Says it how it is as well. Basically, it was like, I don't like this, and he had a bit of an issue with Charlie Wilder, played by Ben Nealon. So obviously, his profession was an actor. The thing is, there's a bit of a love rivalry going on there, which I will show you who is the issue in a moment. But it was great how Harry was like, well, if you're going to hit someone, hit them. That's how it should work. And it was absolutely great watching them both, and how him and Ben or Charlie even bounced off each other in regards to their love-hate relationship, if you will. They love each other because they're cousins, but it doesn't really show very well, so it's constant hate. It was great, and there was a jealousy factor and all sorts. It was great how they bounced off each other. It was good to watch a proper, like, sibling rivalry to an extent, but it was overwhelming a love interest. Now, this took me a while to realise, but this lovely, beautiful woman took me back, and she played Annabelle West. It was Tracy Shaw. Now, I would know her, as many people would, best know her for Maxine Peacock in Coronation Street. And when I read that, my jaw literally fell to the floor. I was like, oh my God. And when I saw it, I was like, it hit me. I loved her in Coronation Street when I saw her. So she was absolutely brilliant. She was a beautiful writer. She wrote murder mysteries. And obviously that was the love interest of her two cousins, Harry and Charlie. Absolutely brilliant how she was just like, well, it's done, dusted. She was a very headstrong woman, more headstrong than she probably realised, and everyone tried to make her out to be. But absolutely fantastic. Absolutely watched her in a little bit of awe, like saying, wow, this is just awesome. She's awesome. And I really enjoyed watching her and play the woman she is, to be awesome, like the most loved, to suddenly lose a little bit of her mind, but not really, because she wasn't actually losing her mind, but everyone was like worried and trying to make a mountain out of a molehill with her. Absolutely brilliant for what they did and how she did it. She handled it very, very well. I loved how her hair was as well, curls and all sorts. Absolutely wonderful, beautifully played by everyone, but my most favourite, and there's a lot of nostalgia because I've seen him in pretty much everything he's been in, and I didn't realise it. I actually passed him in the street on the other day. So I think Sunday I passed him in the street and I realised I've seen you somewhere before, but I couldn't think where. So Paul Jones, my absolute favourite, Mark Jordan. Now he is best known for PC Bellamy of Heartbeat. When I read that, I was literally like, I just lost it. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I loved Heartbeat when I was younger, and not only that, I remember him in Emmerdale and EastEnders and all the other stuff as well. It was so cool just to know that PC Bellamy was actually in Torquay. So it was really, really cool to see. I couldn't believe it. So I absolutely loved it. So watching him, his profession was a vet, but he wasn't what you would expect. He was absolutely weird, he was like the oddball of the family, like not black sheep, but oddball. So like it's so hard to explain, but like he'd just be like type thing, and he did it so well. I'm not sure if it was part of it, but there was actually a bit where he actually fell over the sofa, and when he went to go sit on the same position, he was like, so he kind of like, that was so cool, and it just seemed naturally part of his character. It was amazing to see. Not only that, he actually got the name of the lawyer wrong, Crosby. He said Cosby, and when he realised, he was kind of like. And at one point as well, in scene 2, or act 2 even, he kind of made the bed, kind of like looked like it was going to break, and he was like playing on it with us. Oh, it was so good. He really reeled us in the best, and it was he was such a joy to watch, and seeing him, like, it was awesome to know that he was there, and it was fantastic to watch everyone. It was a really, really good show. It obviously had only a little bit of music to obviously create the mood, other than the song, The Cat and the Canary, sung by a very young woman, which obviously sets the thriller mood or the mystery mood to make you think, oh, it had thunder and lightning. The set was absolutely beautiful, and it was really good to watch. Really enjoyed it. I don't want to give the story away because they don't really want you to. Not that they ask you to, but they kind of say about it, and it's obvious that it's something that you should go see to find out. And if you enjoyed any of these programs or films, go down there and actually see these guys work the theatre. They're fantastic. Absolutely loved every minute of them. Every single one of them was brilliant. Even the policeman, even though he was only in it for literally like the end, he was great as well. Played it with proper And Martin Corral, who was Hendrix, he pretends to be a guy who runs an asylum which is locally nearby, and you'll find out why he's there. But yeah, those two guys, brilliant, absolutely great, and they played it very well. And I really, really enjoyed every minute of it, this has to be my favourite non-musical performance to watch so far, so I'm really pleased I got to see it. But I definitely recommend it. I would definitely love to see these guys, this particular cast, together again or in different things when they come down. It was just such a joy, so I really appreciate for the first show of 2020 I got to see The Cat and the Canary, and it's just really great. So I'd have to say that's it from me, but don't forget, Monday the 27th to February the 1st, make sure you grab your tickets, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.